Hi everyone. Hi everyone who's now watching Education in Ireland ASEAN Facebook page. I am the coordinator of Education in Ireland social media platforms in Vietnam and Southeast Asia. Welcome to our live talk this afternoon. Today is Saturday, the 23rd of January 2021. I hope that it's not too late to say Happy New Year, but I hope that you all have good health, and I'm sure that we will have a better year this year. Today, if you have been following our Facebook page for some time, you would notice that there's been a refresh in our page that we have become Education in Ireland ASEAN. The reason is that Education in Ireland, the Irish government agency with responsibilities to promote education in international markets, now decide to increase the visibility and the presence in Southeast Asia. Therefore, we decided that we would refresh the Facebook, and we will strengthen our presence in Southeast Asia in order to bring you more information about studying in Ireland, the island which is famous for being friendly with excellent education quality and many opportunities after graduate. So that is also the reason why I organized this live talk today with students from ASEAN countries to share with you their own experiences, their journey of studying in Ireland, to bring you information and to answer any questions you may have about the study, the courses, the universities and Institute of Technology, or any the life of studying in Ireland, or the accommodations or visa process, anything you would like to know in order to bring you to Ireland. Just raise the question. You can use the comment section to ask, and then I will read aloud for our friends here today, our guest speakers here today, so that they can answer you. And first of all, I would like to encourage those who are now watching to share the live stream to your Facebook, so that many of your friends and family can watch together with us and learn more about Ireland. And another thing, before I forget, I would like to also do a little bit of promotion here, that this live talk is also to coincide with our promotion campaign for our virtual fair, virtual education fair, which start next Saturday. You can see on the fan page, we have been posting many content and information about the fair. The fair will have the presence of 17 top Irish universities and IoTs, and we will also have a booth of where Education in Ireland officers will answer any of your questions about studying in Ireland. And we also have a visa booth where you can find out information about visa process. And we also have seminars with students and parents for those who might want to learn from first-hand experiences. So please look at our fan page to see more, to get more information, detailed information about the virtual fair. That is that's about myself, and now I would like to introduce to you my co-speakers, and today all our guests and speakers today. First of all, I would like to introduce my co-host, Miranda Ho.
Hi everyone.
Miranda, yes.
Hi.
Why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi
Maybe
everyone.
you can also speak in Bahasa.
Boleh ya, boleh. Okay, hi everyone. Selamat sore, selamat pagi in Ireland. My name is Miranda Hock. I am the education consultant for education in Ireland in Indonesia. Nama saya Miranda. Saya adalah konsultan dari education in Ireland dan base-nya ada di Jakarta. Selamat menikmati ya live talk kita sore ini. Kita punya tamu yang sangat keren-keren. Ada Findley, dia chairperson-nya, beliau adalah chairperson-nya PPI Irlandia, dan ada juga Alicia, beliau juga chairperson dari Malaysian Students Association yang semua tengah berada di Irlandia. Oke, Mai. Thank you.
Thank you, Miranda. Although I didn't understand, but I'm sure that the viewers would be very happy that we have someone who speaks Bahasa here. And hi everyone, if you would like, you can use Bahasa or Malay to ask the question in the comment section. So my colleague, my co-host, Miranda, can read aloud for our guest speakers to answer. Okay, so I would like to also introduce our special guest today. It's Ms. Elizabeth McHenry, who is the Regional Director for Asia from Education in Ireland in Dublin. Hey, Elizabeth, over to you.
Good morning, everyone, and it's lovely to see you from a cold, sunny Dublin. But good afternoon to our viewers in Asia. We're absolutely delighted to welcome you to our first ever Facebook Live here on our new ASEAN Facebook page. And I'd just like to say thank you so much to all the students that we have here this morning who are going to be sharing their experiences with you. It means an awful lot to us that they would take the time to come and talk to you about this. I will be here just to say hello this morning, but then I'm going to leave the rest of the talk to my expert hosts, Mai and Miranda. So as I said, I just want to say 𝐕𝐢𝐚𝐴, or 100,000 welcomes, as we say in Ireland, to all of you who are watching, whether you have studied in Ireland, whether you are studying in Ireland, or whether you would just like to study in Ireland. As you know, Ireland is a small, friendly, safe European country where our first language is English. We have an excellent education system, and all of our third level colleges are in the top 5% of colleges in the world. As you will hopefully hear today from the students, Ireland is a very friendly country where you can study and develop yourself, meet new people, and learn some new skills and have some great new experiences. I'd just like to say I and the rest of the team, we are looking forward to welcoming all of you who are watching to be part of this new ASEAN community, where people who will come to be with us because they're friends of Ireland or wish to become friends of Ireland. So I look forward to interacting with all of you over the coming years. So thanks indeed, Mai, for giving me this opportunity to say hello to everyone. And I will now leave and let you carry on with your chats this morning, but don't worry, I shall be listening in for the duration of the talk. Thanks everybody, and I look forward to meeting all of our viewers at some stage in the future.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for sparing the time to say hello and welcoming to our guest speakers and our viewers. Actually, we have seen some hello from our viewers. Hello, 𝐕𝐢𝐚𝐿 Good afternoon, Ivan. can you tell us where you are watching from? And hello, Jenny Ho from Malaysia. And we have someone from Vietnam, Tien Bùi, also watching with us. Hello, everyone. And we have Mr. Chike Chiao from Malaysia. Hello, everyone. It's so nice. And it's much of my delight to see all of our viewers from all over Southeast Asia. And now, not stopping you from let you waiting so for longer. Let's get to know our guest speakers today. Hello, Lynn. You are right next to me again on my screen. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, hello there. I'm Lin Yuan, and you guys can just call me Lin. I'm from Malaysia, and I'm currently 21 years old. So it's actually my second year in Ireland, but I'm studying third year in computing information technology done in CUD Blanchardstown campus. I had my first year in Malaysia, the first year of my degree back in Malaysia at Asia Pacific University. So I'm currently in my third year now. Thanks.
Great, thank you, Lin. We will have more chance to talk to you later on to find out more about your journey in Ireland. I'm sure our viewers would be keen to learn more from you. Thank you, Tania. Next, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers today?
Hi guys, so my name is Tania and I'm from KL in Malaysia, and I'm currently studying second year dentistry in University College Cork in Ireland.
Great, thank you, Tania. Thank you, Tania. I'm sure many of our viewers would be very keen to hear more about Cork, the pretty city of Cork. Now, next over to you, Terry. Would you like to tell our viewers about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys. My name is Terry, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm actually currently studying AIT, Athlone Institute of Technology, year 1, as an accounting student. And yeah, that's all for me for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Hi, Alicia. Would you like to have a bit of introduction to our viewers? Oh, someone is saying hi to Terry. Should be a friend of yours, Felix C. Hi, Felix. Great.
Excellent. Hi everyone. 大家早上好. Selamat pagi. Nama berita. My name is Alicia. I am from Sarawak in Malaysia, and I'm here studying in Ireland, 4th year, studying political science and economics in Trinity College Dublin. And at the same time, I co-founded Malaysian Student Association in Ireland with a lot of my friends, which is fantastic. And I am the Director of Corporate Relations in my site. And great, happy to have you all here, and nice to see you.
Thank you, Alicia. You have someone saying hello to you, Cecilia Fong. Hello, Cecilia. Cecilia Fong says hello to Alicia and everyone. Thank you, Cecilia, for tuning in. I hope you will enjoy our talk today. Now, next over to you, Dan.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. From Ireland. This has been a great pleasure of mine to be invited today to give about my student experience in Ireland to you guys and the audiences. My name is Dan, and I'm from Vietnam, from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I actually have been in Ireland for around nearly 8 years by now. I completed my bachelor honors degree in pharmaceutical science in Waterford Institute of Technology, and I'm currently in my final year of my PhD bioresearch, also in Waterford Institute of Technology. And I'm looking forward to share my experiences in Ireland so far with you guys today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I'm sure that our viewers also keen to learn more about Waterford, the little city, but very nice, very pretty. Okay, thank you. And Findley, somehow you're always on the top of my, on the bottom of my screen, but
That's the best for the last.
maybe they, as they say, save the best for last. True, true.
No,
Go
just
ahead.
kidding. Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you Education in Ireland for having me today. Apa kabar semua teman-teman yang ada di Indonesia? My name is Findley Maringka. I'm from the capital of Indonesia, Jakarta City. I'm a second year student. I'm currently in Ireland right now. I'm studying in the Dundalk Institute of Technology, majoring digital marketing and public relations. And currently I'm the president of PPI Irlandia, or Indonesian Students Association in Ireland. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Findley. Thank you. And I'm sure that your friends or your family now watching will be very proud of all of you guys with all the active work that you have been doing with the excellent study and your active work and contribution to the student community in Ireland. Great. It is amazing. And now I would like to introduce another guest to our talk today. Is Mr. 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐭𝐧𝐚 from Education in Ireland in Malaysia. Hello, 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐭𝐧𝐚. How are you today? You are on mute.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, thank you very much for the introduction there, Mai. Great to see all you guys this evening. Yeah, so some of you may have met me in the recent past, although restrictions have limited my ability to get out and about. So I'm based here in Kuala Lumpur and look after I represent education in Ireland, in Malaysia and in Thailand. So any students or parents who have issues or concerns relating to education in Ireland should feel free to get in contact, and I'd be more than happy to assist. So I'm only going to be with you a little while this evening, I'm afraid. There's an education fair taking place as we speak in Bangkok. So I'm just going to have to jump back there. But I'd just like to say to any who are present here that, you know, Ireland has had a fantastic experience with Asian students. We very much welcome them in Ireland. We want to see many more of you, and we also want to see your parents come to visit and get to explore some of the wonderful scenery that Ireland has to offer, and the welcome as well. So I hope you have a great event for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and I look forward to speaking to individuals as they wish to get in contact. So please get in contact, and we'd love to assist you.
Thank you very much, 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐭𝐧𝐚. Among our viewers, there are some parents, and they have been saying hello. Hello, Jenny Kho. This is to Dan. She says, hi Dan, my son is currently studying in Waterford. So it's so great to see, you know, students and parents are now watching our talk. And for those who would like to learn more about Ireland and have any detailed question, after this, you can contact 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐭𝐧𝐚 and Miranda, my colleagues who are based in this region. Please just send us the question in the comment or in the inbox, and we will get their contact information over to you, so you can ask them directly any query you may have about Ireland. So thank you everyone. I will now and you would also be very pleased to know that we have among our viewers, we have AIT International and DKIT also watching with us today. So they should be very proud of you guys. They're amazing students, fantastic students who are very active in promoting Ireland and contributing to strengthening the student community. Now, so why don't we just go ahead and talk to ourselves, talk among ourselves. And this is actually my first time ever to do this talk. I've been doing many live talks over the year with on our Vietnam Miss Facebook page, but this is the first time that I have in my among my speakers, students from many different countries, and it is very exciting to see all of you and talk and find out more about your experiences studying in Ireland and your life in Ireland. What I've been always curious to know from students when I talk to them is that how did they know about Ireland? Because I'm sure that many of us would agree that in Asia and in our region, Ireland is not very well known, right? In my country, in Vietnam, many people still mistake Ireland with Iceland. I always ask my guest speakers, how do they know about Ireland in the first place? Before even you make the decision to go to Ireland, you should probably have to know where Ireland is, and you know so why don't you guys tell me a little bit how did you know about Ireland? I know about Ireland because when the director for Enterprise Ireland, the trade promotion agency of the Irish government, came to Vietnam and recruited someone to work for him. So I applied and I got the job, and I found out that Ireland is a very interesting country, a little island, but it shares so many similarities with Vietnam in terms of history and culture. Although we are in Asia and Ireland is in West Europe, that's why I've been very curious to learn about Ireland. And how about you guys? Who wants to go first and tell me why is it why Ireland, and how did you know about Ireland? Findley, now it's your chance to go first. Now I have to.
Okay, so Ireland. Why? From where I know Ireland, right? The question. So
yes, how did you know about Ireland? How did you hear about Ireland in the first place? Where? I mean, like from social media or from someone in your friend of your friends who have been studying here?
Yes. Yeah, since I'm a big fan of football, I know Ireland since when I was young, I think, because yeah, there are some famous football players from Ireland, but there's nothing to do with my study here. So I think
good. Who is that
2017
player? Is it in your Chelsea club?
He used to in Chelsea.
Yeah. Who is that?
He used to play for Chelsea. Damien Duff. Yeah,
Damien
everyone
Duff.
won't know
Okay.
that.
Right.
Yeah, Damien Duff.
Okay.
Okay. So I think back on 2017, there was representative from Ireland who came to my school during an education fair. By the way, I'm from 𝐕𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐚 College when I'm in high school. Shout out to my high school, 𝐕𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐚. And she gave a presentation about studying in Ireland. Like love at first sight, I had confidence that Ireland was the most convenient place for me to further continue my studies. The representative mentioned the benefits that I will obtain if I study in Ireland, such as the beautiful islands, combining contemporary modern cities with an idyllic countryside. cityscape step in history and rich natural habitat. Yeah, so love at first sight. Thanks to the maybe education in Ireland who came to my school that time.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm sure Elizabeth, she's now has left, but she would be very delighted to hear that you fell in love with Ireland because of your meeting with Education in Ireland representative. So nice to hear. And you know, I only know Roy Keane and Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not you know, I'm a soccer fan, but I only know players who are very old. I mean, you know, but for you, the players of your generation, I don't know. I have no idea. But I know that Irish soccer players who are famous with those are Roy Keane and Robbie Keane from Manchester United, right? No? Okay, not Chelsea. Okay, it must be Chelsea. Sure. Okay, and you're right that what Ireland has to offer is not only the quality education with the universities and IoTs in the among the top 5% universities in the world, but Ireland is a beautiful island. A beautiful country, right? I totally agree with you that the scenery is just that's why Ireland has been the studio for many Hollywood movies. Like Star Wars or you know, those movies. And so how about others? The others, would you like to share with our viewers how did you know about Ireland? Did you have the same experience with Findley? How about you, Tania?
So yeah,
What did you know
I
about
think
Ireland, and how did you know about Cork, about UCC?
so. For me, I firstly came to know about Ireland because a lot of my family studied there. So my father and uncle, they both studied in RCSI and NUIG for medicine. So I was already aware of the country when I was quite young. But then the thing that pushed me to apply there is because the education representatives came to our school. So kind of similar to like Findley. So we had like a whole presentation during lunchtime, and like I think a lot like they were representatives of like Trinity and UCC and NUIG. They all came to talk to us. So I just like each of them gave an individual presentation about the school and their dental school. So I think for me, what attracted me to Cork is because they have their own like dental hospital attached to the medical hospital in the county, so it seemed like a very like wholesome place to get a dental education from.
So you studying actually in the UCC medical school, right?
UC dental school.
Yeah, the dental school. Good. And how do you find the facilities in your university now?
So I was in Ireland for the first year, but then I had to come back here to Malaysia because of COVID. So we're still doing remote learning. But for the first year, it was really good because it was super hands-on. So we got to go to the hospital once a week, and we got to like shadow like what other students did, and we also did like some small practicals like setting up the dental chair, and we met like all like the specialties, like the heads of the specialties. So I think it was like a really good rounded experience overall. Obviously things have changed a little bit now because of the pandemic, but like, I can't wait to get back.
Great, thank you. And it's very interesting to hear that in the first year you already had the opportunity to have the practical experience in you know, so it's a very it seems like a very practical program and where the student can you don't have to, you know, to have a balance of theoretical and practical study. Thank you, Tania.
Thank you.
And okay, Terry, do you would you like to tell me how did you know about Ireland, and why did you decide to choose Ireland to study?
Okay.
I know that there are many countries like the UK, and in Vietnam, many students also choose to go to Australia or even Canada. But why, you know, why did you? Ireland is not as well known as the other English-speaking market. But why did you choose Ireland in the
Okay.
first place?
So basically what I know about Ireland at first, they were like basically I actually go to the exhibition center. So when I was going through everything and I saw Ireland, and I was like, why sunny Ireland? Because what I know about Ireland is all medicines. Yeah, so basically I just step into the counter and ask, and then I realized that the Ireland has actually offer very affordable prices for their courses and everything. So I was like, wow, like I told my mom that I was really interested of it. So I did a lot of research about Ireland, and they will actually offer quite a lot of courses as well. It's one of the, what I know about Ireland last time, they offer like a really good quality education. So in my uni, which is Athlone Institute of Technology, what I know, what I experienced, the lecturer there are actually offering a really good education, and it's very affordable, and they are very quite approachable as well. So if you ever need any help, they will be there for you. So I was quite surprised with uh, the prices, with the, in the same time you get a good lecturers. And then yeah, so basically actually Ireland is not only famous for medicine, because from what I know, back then in Malaysia, when 1 week before I left to Malaysia, I went to a chicken rice shop in Malaysia. So I wanted to order a chicken rice. So basically the one of the uncle was like, hey Chow, why are you here? Then I was like, oh, I want to order a chicken rice. And they were like saying, oh, are you studying? Yeah, I say I'm studying. Then I say, where are you studying? And they were like saying, I'm studying in Ireland. And then the uncle was like, huh? I thought that Ireland is a country where all the medical students will go there only. No accounting student will be going there. So this sort of thing you can't expect from a lot of people. But actually Ireland actually offer very, very good courses compared to a lot of countries. I mean, yes, they have their own benefits for each country, but compared to Australia, UK, and other countries, it's quite expensive. If you come here, it's quite affordable, because I actually have 4 siblings, and 2 of them are actually they actually study in Australia, and the living expenses and the university are quite a little bit too pricey. And one of my brother is studying in Netherlands right now as well. He's actually, it's a bit expensive as well compared to the living expenses here. It's very affordable. If you if you know how to cook and everything, it's quite affordable. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Terry, for the sharing. It's very interesting to know that in Malaysia, many students choose Ireland to study medicine. But also interesting to know that you decide to choose Ireland. Even you're not studying medicine, but accounting. And I totally agree with you that. And from my talks with my Vietnamese students, they also share that the living expenses is very affordable compared to other English-speaking markets, right? And with the same quality education, the cost is much competitive. And I also hear from many students that the professors and staff at AIT are very, very supportive. I'm sure that AIT here we have a AIT representative, KY, also just joined our talk. He should be very pleased to hear what you have been sharing. Hi, KY. Great to know. Here's what KI is saying. Great to know that you find your journey worth the value, Terry Tan. Thank you, KY. Thank you, Terry. And now I'd like to hear from Alicia. Why did you choose to study in Ireland? You're studying political science, a very interesting topic. And,
Yes.
and how do you find, you know, Trinity so far? Is it as the same as worthwhile as like Terry?
It is definitely worthwhile. I say it's worthwhile for my lifetime. It definitely has the impact on there. Let's just put it this way: if I didn't come to Trinity, if I didn't decide to come here 4 years ago, I wouldn't be the person that I am right now, which I'm really proud of it. The first thing I know about Ireland is about the boy band Westlife. I'm not too sure if you guys ever heard it, but it was very, very famous back then. Even I was talking with my friend, she said that she knows one of them because like they are all in a small town in Sligo, which is a very, very beautiful place. So I guess when it comes back to why my decision to studying political science in Trinity College, because I wanted to study political science, but back in Malaysia, the political science, this kind of studies is only provided in national university. But I guess at some point, I feel like if I wanted to deep dive into political field, I think the best way is to actually go overseas and then to get to know the other people's views, especially when I'm coming from ASEAN or Southeast Asian countries. So actually I kind of feel like I was destined to be here because I really, really wanted to study in United Kingdom, but I didn't end up applying to any of the schools. So I just applied to Trinity because I happened to know that there was this school here. I Googled up, it's so beautiful. I decided to go there, put my application, and then I got accepted. And then here I am now. So really, really grateful for the whole journey because I get to meet a lot of students that came from around the world, and then to make all the connections and also, exchange the perspective of how we see the world. And I think that's very impactful for my perspective of how we should be, keep on going afterwards of this. Yeah, that's pretty much of my feelings.
Thank you, Alicia. Very nice to know that, and it's amazing to hear that that Ireland has so much impact on you and on your life, and I'm sure that after you graduate, many great opportunities are awaiting for you. Yeah, and.
Yes.
Okay, and I'd like to hear from Dan, our Vietnamese speaker from Ho Chi Minh City. She's now in Waterford. Dan, why did you choose Ireland and Waterford? Many students would say, "Oh, this is a very small city," and why? It's not like a big city with social life, and it's too quiet, things like that. How did you find your experience so far?
Yeah, so it's actually the question that everyone asked me. During my 8 years living here, nearly everyone knew that I met, they always ask exactly the same question: why Ireland, and especially why Waterford? Because like everyone know, Waterford is such a small city. Unlike everyone here, I came here in 2013, so it's quite a good while ago that Ireland is not really, well promoted like it is now. And not many people know about Ireland, and a lot of my family, even when I say like, oh, I decided to go to Ireland, and everyone was like, where Ireland? You know, like where's Ireland? They even ask, and then I always have to try to explain and things like that. And I had a big doubt on whatever the decision I made. But I have to say, like, there's no real education fair at that time for Ireland yet, back in 2012 and early 2013, but like it's in 2012 actually. It's more like from my agent, PHC, you probably know, 𝐕𝐢𝐚𝐴𝐚 from.
So she's the longest. I mean, I think she has the longest the experience with Ireland.
Yeah, connection with Ireland. Yeah, so I only get to know Ireland through her website. Actually, I didn't even know about it. I couldn't really find anywhere. I looked for America, UK, Australia, all like the kind of famous country to study abroad, especially in an English-speaking country. But then, like, I always have a passion in my area that about pharmaceutical science and also in medicine perspective. And one of the things that Ireland attracted me, first of all, is the world-class education. And also, like, I always research online and think about, like, people, and they're really friendly, and it's a really nice country. But one of the most important things I have to say is a practical thing for a lot of students and parents to look into is about the fee. And for an English-speaking country, with this quality of education, I believe Ireland has one of the, probably, if not the most, probably one of the most reasonable fees to study abroad in many different degrees. So that's one of the biggest thing as well. And now, like, cheap fees not associated with low quality or whatever. The quality, I believe it's also one of the best as well. And also Ireland is also known as a Silicon Valley in Europe, I think. Is it the right term? Yeah. So we have a lot of different big companies, big companies in here in pharmaceutical science, medical device, IT, engineering, and so on and so on. So you have a great opportunity for job after as well. And another thing is Ireland also have a great different scholarship opportunities for international students. You don't like, especially normally different IT and probably university as well, have like a thing called international academic scholarship that normally they offer you when you first came to the university or the IT to study as well. So of which I think that was the reason why I chose art at the beginning, and then over time, then we can discuss about experience after. So yeah.
Great, great, it's great. I think that Elizabeth McHenry and everyone from education in Ireland would be very pleased to hear that you guys learn from Ireland, from the a representative of education in Ireland who visited your schools and from the promotion of education in Ireland. So it's a signal showing that it's the promotion has been very effective. And I'm sure the HEI, the universities and IoTs would also be very delighted to hear that you are very happy with the decision you made to choose Ireland, and you found that the quality of the programs is very good, and the cost and the affordability of the education is very competitive to other countries, among the viewers now, as Dan mentioned on the topic of many scholarship opportunities from our viewers, I also got a question from Bayu Bagaskara. Hi Bayu. The question from him is that, hi, I'm from Indonesia. Want to ask about scholarship for study in Ireland for master program. Would you, any one of you would like to share about what you know about scholarship opportunities in Ireland in for masters study?
I probably gonna start first, since
yes, go ahead,
because I suppose I'm here I'm doing one of the research as well. So I'm not sure if the viewer the name. Sorry, I can't remember the name, but I'm not sure if you're looking to do a master. We have two kind of program master in here. One is called Touch Master, and the other is Research Master. So master by research. So for Touch Master, normally if you're looking for a scholarship, you're probably gonna have to contact the university or institute of technology that you're interested in to carry out your master, to ask if they have, and they normally should do kind of like I mentioned earlier, is an international academic scholarship that they're gonna deduct the fee partially. But if you're looking toward to do a master by research, you can look for different funding like an Irish Research Council. So it's IRC, they have a website as well as research.ie. They have a lot of different funding opportunity and different calls throughout the year as well. Different schemes, so you have Government of Ireland Enterprise Partnership or Employment-Based Program. And myself is actually an IRC scholar for Enterprise Partnership Scheme. And for that type of scholarship, what you can do is normally you're gonna contact that university or Institute of Technology that show your interest of research in that area. And then you're gonna have to write a proposal to submit for to be considered and for the application for that scholarship. Mm-hmm. And that scholarship normally include fees and also stipend, which is salary per month as well. So those are the two most common ones that I know of for doing we're looking for the scholarship to do research.
Thank you, Dan, for the experience. Yes,
Miranda. Sorry, if I may add, maybe for Bayu from Indonesia, you can also apply through the Ministry of Finance, LPDP it's called. Obviously, most Indonesians know what that kind of scholarship is. So it's also a fully funded scholarship from the Indonesian government. But maybe also, Bayu, you can try from the European Union, like the Erasmus, because Ireland is a part of the, European Union. So Bayu, you can contact me if you like, and I can further in detail let you know.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you. And in addition to that, Irish government also has the international education scholarship. For if a master for 1 year of your study, even in your undergraduate or a master's or PhD, you can apply for the scholarship for 1 year. So if the master study consists of 1 year, then you can apply to that program. And as Dan mentioned, I would like to echo that many universities and IoTs in Ireland offer, partial scholarship. Please contact Miranda if you are in Indonesia, or if you're in Malaysia or Thailand or other countries. Please contact Cormac, and our team will give you the information. Please just leave your question in the comment section, or send us so that is the about the scholarship. And now I think that you have share your experience why you decide to choose Ireland, because of the good quality of the education, good support from the HEIs. I would like to know, in this particular period, of course, I'm sure that many viewers would be very interested to know that the support of Irish government and HEIs for international students during the COVID time. Because I'm sure that before making decision to study abroad, it's a very big decision for student and every family, and I'm sure every family would be interested to know that their children are safe So can you please share with your fellow students how do you find the support during COVID? You know, who would like to Alicia, would you like to take this question?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say in overall the support is very great because you get to study online, and then in terms of Trinity College, everything is settled well, and then if any information, they just send us an email, so we get to know at the very first place. And the other thing is the Irish government do give, but you kind of need to apply about the COVID unemployment funds. So basically for students, you are available to apply for that. And then every week you're given, I don't know, probably 250 or something else like that for you to able to, you know, actually.
350 euros. 350. Yeah.
Something like that. It's definitely
the unemployment support
250.
scheme. Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
250.
Yeah. Yeah, so in overall, I would say the support is very great, and the students not really, you know, left behind or everything's like that. So yeah, good. How about the others? What do you guys think?
Yeah, thank you. Lynn, I think I missed you. Did I miss you? Do you want to, sorry for that, but do you want to share your experience, you know?
About, sorry?
Yeah,
yeah, my experience,
you know, how do you find the support from TUD,
yeah.
you know, for students during COVID?
Oh, yes, sure. So actually, most of the lecturers, they are pretty responsive during the period. And any questions, you can always email them, and they'll come back to you pretty fast. And they also organize like a lot of like these calls and meetings occasionally on various applications and softwares. So they're actually trying their best to, you know, provide us what they can to make sure that we keep up with the study pace. So yeah, they've been really helpful, and of course it's going to be a little bit hard, and there's going to be problems at first when everything's moving online, but eventually with the help of the campus and the college, things are going to get smoother and smoother, and God knows how long this is going to continue. So yeah, they're just going to provide anything they can, and yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, it's good. It's good to know that you experience very great support from your institution, your university, and from the Irish government, because the Ireland has been ranked as one of the top countries to provide support to international students during COVID. Although currently the number of COVID is seem a little bit not in very good perspective, but I know that Irish government is handling effectively in terms of COVID compared to many other countries, and I'm sure that you all share that, right? What I learned from Vietnamese students, as well as Alicia mentioned, that right when COVID, the pandemic spread, they received automatically receive the unemployment support fee already directly into their account, and the visa for international students also, you know, automatically extended, right? For those who because the reason of lockdown, you cannot go to apply to your IRP, and the student would receive email automatically in their inbox that their IRP has been extended. And I think that compared to many other markets, the Irish government has been handling COVID pandemic pretty well. And now I think it's so very interesting to hear from you, from your experiences, why you know about Ireland and why you decided to choose, and more of my delight to know that you are happy with the decision to choose Ireland. And now I would like to give it over to Miranda, my co-host, to interview you guys about your experience specifically as Asian students, because we come from the region with many with different cultures from Ireland, and I'm sure that and in my talks with parents, many people would ask, how can our children find food, Asian food, Vietnamese food? And I would like to now ask Miranda to talk to you guys about studying in Ireland from an Asian perspective. Hello, Miranda.
Hey,
I'm very sorry that you have been quiet, but
that's okay.
I'm sure that it's been very interesting for you to hear from our students.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
They are our brand ambassadors, as Liam mentioned there on the chat, that they are our true ambassadors promoting Ireland from each region in ASEAN. So guys, obviously Ireland. Mai has covered that, why Ireland, and what was interesting to choose it as a study destination. But my time is now to ask you, what is it like living in Ireland? I've heard from a lot of Indonesian students when I interview them. Obviously, the first thing that pops in the mind is the weather. Is it that bad? Anyone can jump in now.
Yeah, I might just.
Yeah, it's that bad. Okay.
Well, like what do you mean by bash?
Is it, well, it's wet, obviously. It does rain a lot, right?
Yes.
It's pleasant, right? Raining is good. Like from you guys,
Well,
in Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, it does rain a lot, but what's it like in Ireland?
We doesn't rain a lot, but it's like seasoning rain rather than in Ireland. It can rain anytime and any day and whatever. But
I use the term unexpected when it comes to the weather.
Okay.
Unexpected.
Okay.
Well, like I suppose for whoever that know a little bit about Ireland and who live in Ireland, they would know the term 4 seasons in a day.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, for Ireland, that everyone would know that term 4 seasons in a day. So now, is it bad? Well, it's cold, I suppose, but it's probably not as cold as a lot of other countries. Like, if you talk about Canada, it's -10, -20, but Ireland is only around 0. So it's cold, but it's better than other country, I suppose, to that extent.
But you're right, though. Like, I've also heard from a lot of international Indonesian students specifically that they said to me that in one day they can experience like the 4 seasons. Like you shared with us yesterday from Waterford, there was snow, and this is January, like,
I know, and then it's sunny, like just 2 hours after.
It's sunny, yeah, exactly. So what is it like for the other, for Terry, Lynn, and Findley, and Alicia, where you are at the moment? What's the weather like today in Ireland?
Let me check. Oh, super sunny.
Yeah, I'm in Dublin as well. It's currently pretty sunny.
Sunshine, yeah? Sunshine.
Yeah, sunshine.
Great.
And to be honest, in general, I kind of feel the contrast in terms of weather is like when you in ASEAN country, when it rains, it's like heavy pouring rain. But in here, it just like rains gently. Everything is so gentle.
Yeah.
It's like continuously but gently raining, if you know what I mean.
I feel like, you know, like the weather
because Ireland don't have
you.
a typhoon, right? Because Ireland doesn't have typhoon
no.
like in our region. Yeah.
No, very rarely
Sorry.
that we do.
Yeah, I think Tania was going to share something from
Yeah,
Cork.
so like I guess like in Malaysia and stuff like that, weather doesn't really affect you because you're never outside. Like we're all always inside, and when you go anywhere, you use a car, right? But like in Cork, you have to walk everywhere. So I guess it really like you really start having to think about the weather, right? Like you have to like buy like practical clothes, and if you think like, am I actually gonna make it like to the hospital in the rain? So like I think it's just a very like different perspective on it because you know you have to really think about how it's gonna affect your day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And really shout out to people who bike to college every single day, even though it's raining. Like,
Like so many times I'll just be like, it's too cold, let me stay inside.
Now, Irish people do believe that it's not the weather, it's about what you wear. From my experience in here, all my Irish friends will say that the longer you live, so it's not about the weather, it's about what you wear. That's what they always say in here. So that's why you're gonna see under the pouring rain, they just walk without umbrella or anything because they're probably famous enough. Not many Irish people in here use umbrella, which is funny enough to see. You know, that is strange.
It's like too windy to use an umbrella. I remember mine just like snapped on the way to like college, so I was like, I'm not buying an umbrella again.
So pack the essentials, right? Umbrella, boots, and big jacket.
Just a good coat. Good coat.
Good coat. Good jacket with a hood.
Good jacket and with a hoodie.
Waterproof.
Yeah.
Waterproof for sure.
Sorry, Findley, you were gonna try and tell me something.
Yeah, but the difference is we don't need to take a shower after the rain. You know.
Okay.
Not like in this Asia maybe because I think the rain is the water is pretty clean. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's a good thing.
Wow. Okay. So we all agree it's great. It's fabulous, and just be prepared with a big backpack with all the essentials, right? Obviously, you know, food is always is a great conversation. Like you know, Indomie. Obviously, Findley knows Indomie. It's a very famous 3-minute noodle brand from Indonesia. And obviously for you other, you know, you guys probably miss your noodles and spices and whatnot. Is it easy to find in Ireland, like, you know, spices and, you know, Indomie noodles or rice even, like, you know, because it is a staple food for us.
Well, in terms of Dublin, I would say it's pretty much easier because you can get the, you know, Asian or ethnicity kind of shops everywhere else. And then that's where you go to buy the spices that you not usually can get in Dunnes or Tesco or, you know, any kind of big supermarket. So you kind of go to the, like Asian shop in there. We do have Asian markets, and there's several Asian market in Dublin, right, Nguyen?
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 really big ones. And they even do deliveries right now. So I usually order from them and just got it to my place and it's all good. Yeah, I just got what I want. Just the noodles, spices, everything.
Yeah. What about you, Terry? In Athlone? I've never been to Athlone, but heard good things about it.
Athlone is a quite small country, small town, small county. So actually it's quite accessible to actually find like instant noodles. So actually I'm the associate of welfare department from my side, and basically what I learned from them that student ambassador organizations, basically they actually it's like they pamper all of us. Basically they actually give us like a €10 voucher for us to spend during the lockdown. So basically we can just go to the Asian store online and then just order things online. And then we can get a 10 ringgit off from them. So basically the food there it's quite easy to find. Like I can't find Indomie in Athlone, but in Malaysia is quite famous for their Maggi curry.
We get a lot of Maggi.
So I thought that it's very hard to find. So basically I actually packed like 4 or 5 packets before I come to Ireland. But little did I know that it's so easy to find like Maggi curries and like Korean instant noodles and many more. Like in Malaysia they call it roti canai, or in Singapore they call it prata.
Yeah, roti canai.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
easy to find all this type of food, and like curry, all this paste is quite easy to find. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, if you guys talking about instant noodle, don't worry because Asian market you have like a whole rack of instant noodle,
Yeah.
and I always get Indomie there. Indomie is my favorite.
Yeah,
They got
Yeah,
it in Tesco
yeah, yeah.
actually. Yeah. The Nissan noodles, if you even know what I'm saying. They got it in Tesco. Yeah.
Tesco. Okay,
Tesco,
so
yeah,
that's
they
not
got it
too
in.
bad then.
No,
It's not too bad.
acceptable.
Um,
Yeah.
but what is Irish food like when you first arrived in Ireland? I mean, there's a lot of spuds. Sorry,
Yeah, a lot of
potatoes,
potatoes.
kentang.
Yeah.
Yes,
Usually just
a
boiled.
lot
More
of.
like other European food, I suppose. Even
Okay.
I don't know, Irish food. What's the word? I don't want to offend anyone, so I will just say it's different in comparison to Asian food, right?
Okay.
I suppose it's not. They don't use a lot of spices. Now I heard my Irish friends say that the reason why they don't use a lot of spices because they believe that for a nice piece of meat, a nice food, you have to not put a lot of spices, so you can still keep the fresh taste of it. And they believe that like if you put too much, you're gonna destroy the taste of the good meat or fresh vegetable and things like that. So
yeah, but I think you guys are quite lucky because Ireland is the biggest beef exporter. So there is good beef, right? Chicken.
Yeah, beef and lamb,
fresh produce. Yeah, beef,
sausage.
lamb, and fruit and veggies and everything like seafood in Galway is amazing. I think that's the best produce. It comes from Galway. That's the best.
Yeah.
So, what do you miss most? Like, because every time I go home to Ireland, I try to come home to Ireland every year. Obviously to meet family and friends. The students, well, except Findley, not yet. They've always asked me to bring over dried chili. It's called here in Indonesia bon cabe. So it's in a little tube, but it's like so hard. So they said to me they can find that stuff in Ireland, but obviously the taste is quite different. What like is chili that hard to find? Is it different taste or what?
It depends, I suppose. Maybe the chili in here is not hot enough. That's what I'm gonna say. Maybe in comparison to what we used to in Asian country, it's not hot enough. But my taste bud changed after years. My tolerance for chili is not as high anymore, and I'm okay with the chilies in here. But at the beginning, like if you really like spicy food, then it is hard. Like my friends from Thailand, she went back home, and when she went back here, she brought with her in the luggage 5 kilograms of dry chili. Like think about you only have 23 kilograms in checked baggage, and she actually used 5 just for chili.
That's amazing. What do you guys bring back from Malaysia, like or Vietnam when you come back to Ireland? What's the essentials in the suitcase? Obviously, noodles. Or Tanya, when you come back to Ireland, what will you bring back to Cork?
I'll definitely bring all the snacks, cause like I'm like Indian, and you can't really find any Indian food in like Cork. Definitely, like Asian food is only Southeast Asian. You can't find any like Indian spices in Ireland. Is a different story. Like I feel like curries there are really sweet, so it's not the same. It's not the same like vibe. I also brought a rice cooker because you can't get rice cookers there. Like it's small weeny one. So like all of it is over there right now, just waiting for me to come back. But like make sure you think about the things like which are not accessible there, because you never think like when you go over there you can't find a rice cooker, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Rice cooker.
Miranda.
Yes, Findley.
Besides food, there's one thing that the most important. I don't know for other country, but for Indonesian, you know what? It's bolster. You can't find any bolster here.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
that? I can't sleep tight without bolster.
Alicia. Guling. I don't know.
Oh,
it's the long pillow. Pillow, yeah.
I actually got one as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, yeah.
I brought it from Indonesia.
What is that?
What is that?
𝐕𝐢𝐚. In
Okay,
Vietnamese.
Mine's been with me like since I was 6.
A specialty of Indonesia, specifically for Indonesia.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. What is, so it's made of special materials or something?
No,
Yeah,
it's
you can
just a
hug.
pillow.
You can
Well,
hug
it's
it
a
when you
pillow.
It's
It's
just a
sleep.
just
long
long.
pillow.
Yeah.
No, even I
Is
use
this the
this.
one that you have been having it since you were baby or since you were young?
Yeah. Oh, I see. I
Oh yeah,
see.
no,
I
I
see.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, Indonesian
Ah.
students, remember that when you come to Ireland, bring your own guling, yeah? I think, like, yes, Terry?
Yeah, I have something to add on.
Of course.
Yeah, so I think that something that I think if I think Asian country that I think essential for, I think I don't know it's for me, but I think it's hopefully it's for everyone. In Athlone, it's very hard to find anchovies. Yeah, I don't know if
Anchovies.
Anchovies.
yeah. Yeah, in Basel, Malaysia,
Really?
it's called
Okay.
ikan bilis. Yeah, so
Oh.
yes, to whoever that misses that nasi lemak in Malaysia is quite well known. Yeah, I think the essential stuff is anchovies. Yeah, so to whoever that want to come to Ireland, I think it's better to bring anchovies so you guys can taste the Malaysia taste again. Yeah.
I mean, even if you have it right now in Asian market, it's kind of expensive, like small packs.
It's very expensive.
Is it? Wow.
Like dry shrimp as well. Dry shrimp and anchovies. Those kind of food, I suppose, dry fish and dry fish, whatever. I don't know about in Indonesia and Malaysia, but in Vietnam we love those. And it's really hard that days, but probably only in Dublin, I would say. For those kind of special food, it's kind of harder to find in other small county.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But do you guys have like in Ireland? I know there is called the Indonesian Irish Association. So it's a gathering of Indonesian ladies who are married to Irish people, and every month I think Findley can share that with us. They obviously not now because of the pandemic, but they used to invite all the Indonesian students to their homes, and they used to cook home cooked Indonesian stuff. Does that also exist, like for you guys there? Obviously, you have your own communities, like Vietnamese or.
I'm to be honest, I'm not 100%.
So you don't miss food too much.
Big. And like if like normally in here, if another Vietnamese people who marriage in here, like actually I think the same for Malaysian and Indonesian as well. They're really friendly because we're from the same country. We speak the same language, so we kind of in a group together that we always invite each other for even just between students as well. For cooking food and things like that, because it's easier to cook for a big group of people rather than just for yourself. Because it's such a like our food is such you need a lot of effort and time to prepare, so you don't want to do all of that just for yourself. Normally, probably it's easier with the friends and things like that.
Yeah, I suppose that for COVID it makes everything harder because before COVID, the very last physical event is last year. We celebrate Chinese. Oh.
You okay?
Oh yeah, no, it just popped up saying that I'm signed out from other places. I don't know, it's fine. Oh, it just I was that the very last physical event that we had is celebrating Chinese New Year together. So we have like a lot of Malaysian students came from other places like Dundalk or even Galway, something like that, came to Dublin, and then we had a celebration in Malaysian hall.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
We have an event at that vid, 𝐕𝐢𝐚. You probably heard about it. I used to do my course for that vid as well. It's a really nice event to bring all Vietnamese together and introduce the culture of the Lunar New Year to Irish friends as well.
Great. So it's
Oh, sorry. I was going to
Go
say.
ahead.
I think that we should, keep in contact, and whenever we have an event, or we should
Oh God, mate.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can have Asian students the association or Asian student event. Let's say Chinese New Year or those kinds of event to connect all Asian students. Yeah, would that be a good idea? And it sounds like from your background, you all, participating very actively in, Malaysian student society, Indonesian student society. So it seems like the social life is very lively in Ireland. Can you guys share a little bit about that? I mean, it seems like you have many associations and societies in your universities and IoTs, right?
Oh yeah, like definitely we have a lot of societies. I think that's how societies really helped me meet everyone else in the uni. So basically we have UCC Southeast Asia Society, which this year I'm like the vice chairperson. So also the last physical event we had was last year during Chinese New Year. So we did a cultural night and we invited like all the other Asian societies like Korean, Chinese, Indian, and even Irish people, and we all came together. We did our 𝐕𝐢𝐚 together, and we had like cultural presentations, and we all dressed up in our cultural clothes. I think outside of like university, I'm also in like Malaysian Medics International Ireland. So I think in this, we just connect with all the other medical and dental students, as well as the alumni who graduated from Irish colleges. So soon we're gonna have a conference. So tune into that. So if you want to see my segment.
Okay. How about in TUD, Lynn? Are there social clubs or
yeah, to be honest, TUD, to be exact, TUD Blanchardstown, there is not a lot of Malaysians there, not even a lot of Asians, to be honest. So yeah, you don't see any Asian clubs there. Yeah, that's all I can say. But I find it like it's good in a way, because I get a chance to at least I will say like I have to force myself and push myself to blend in and approach different people, because I'm obviously out of my comfort zone, and I don't even have a comfort zone there. So yeah, I'm out of options, and it's actually a good thing in a way, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
Good. How about you, Findley? Do you find soccer clubs in DKIT?
Yeah, there is soccer club, football club, but if I join, maybe I will be in fourth team. They are very good at it.
So do you play at DKIT? Do you play soccer? Do you play football?
I play with my friends just for fun, not with the club. Yeah, because
great,
like I say.
Great.
But in Ireland there is
yeah.
Oh, sorry, am I?
yeah, go ahead.
In Ireland there is the Irish Gaelic football, right? Findley, Gaelic football. Yep. Are you guys?
Yeah, GAA. It's very famous. It's more famous than football.
You guys have you guys tried to play Gaelic football and hurling? Because it's actually pretty big in Malaysia and Vietnam. Obviously, there are big clubs, sure. GAA clubs and hurling. So, what do you guys think about that? Like, is it?
I mean, for me, like we just learned that it causes a lot of tooth loss. So every Monday, there's so many patients got to have their teeth knocked out because of hurling.
You're definitely a dentistry student, yeah.
Yeah. I think in Carlow, it's pretty big, right? IT Carlow, they're very big with their sports, right? Like Gaelic football, obviously.
Suppose own the kind of university in IoT, they own kind of big and take it's really serious. They have a lot of competition over the year and things like that. So they do take those part really serious, all right, for sure. Especially hurling, anyway.
Hurling, yeah.
Very big, very big.
So during these difficult times at the moment in Ireland, obviously Ireland is on lockdown, yes?
Yes.
And you have to stay indoors. What are the HEI supports for you guys on the ground? Like, because I've heard from the new incoming Indonesian students in Ireland, they said that the HEIs have been fantastic. They've been sending food, and making sure that the new students are comfortable. But for you guys, how's the experience been? Obviously different experiences.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably a little bit different compared to everyone here because I'm doing research. So I'm actually allowed to work on site at the moment, with social distancing, and I'm actually allowed to be. We used to do. Everyone can, and like just PhD can come in and do whatever they want. I mean, whenever they want, they need to. But like they highly advise for working from home as well. But at the moment, due to the situation, so they kind of do 1 week on, 1 week off. But they tried their best to accommodate us to carry out our work if needed. And for science students, we used to have lab, but then at the moment they do lab online actually. And they have they actually try to find the best way to teach online. So they have different kind of like application and app to make the lab as practical as possible online. But you actually, it's virtual lab technically. So you're actually in the lab. And if you touch something that you shouldn't touch, something gonna happen on the screen, but like, to your face, so you know that you shouldn't do that if you're in a lab in real life, and things like that. So it's really nice. They try their best to use different technology to make the class as useful as possible and the experience for the students as well.
That's amazing, yeah. How about you, Lynn, in TUD? I've been to TU Dublin. It's a great campus. I bet you miss it because, yes, because obviously now the renovations are done, right? So it's looking pretty good.
I haven't been there for almost like 6 months. So yeah, I don't really know about it. Everything's online as I mentioned, but I don't know about Gaelic football, but I'm a big fan of basketball, and it's not really a big thing here, but we still got a court, and I usually just hang around there, and yeah, people still play basketball here, although it's not a big thing. And back during my quarantine, I was down in Dublin town, and there was a basketball court out there as well, and I usually just hang around there because no one's there as well. And yeah, there's still a little bit of basketball culture here, if you're wondering, because it's really a big thing back in Malaysia.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. But has TU Dublin, like you've recently come back, what have you found their support, significantly great? Like obviously you had to self-isolate for, was it 14 days when you first arrived into Ireland? Or
yeah. They've helped me to get a place for quarantine, and obviously I have to pay myself. Yeah, that's for sure. But they've been very helpful, and they've even got like someone at the airport to pick me up and send me to the quarantine place. So I don't have to arrange my own transport, and that's pretty helpful.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to add on to that. Before the last semester start, which is I think it's in August. My side, we have a courtesy call with the international office around Ireland, and basically the overall support is very great because when those incoming or returning students went overseas, the government did ask they have a shuttle bus to actually send them, and then those students need to attend on those shuttle bus to go to their destination or even go to their places. So in most of the university, they provide places for you to quarantine, and then during the quarantine, they will give you like a lot of emails and a lot of resources for you to get familiar with the environment. And I think that's very great. And the other thing is, even some of the university that do provide meals, so you don't actually have to go out, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
so
that's great.
Yeah, so in overall, I do think that all the universities adapt very well in terms of the COVID-19 situations, and yeah, it's good. I think at most of the time they would ask us to, if the conditions allowed us, they would just let us attend to the classes, but it just really. Sometimes it really restricted because some of the classes, for example, in my college, my studies, because it's a lot of big classes, so it's just really unable for so I have to go online.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Tania, obviously you're in KL. How is that going for you? Like doing things online from back home in KL, and time difference is a killer, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically most of my lectures are like pre-recorded and uploaded. But the thing is, my course has many Canadian students, and I think they're 6 hours or 4 hours behind Ireland. So it's really hard to coordinate live sessions. So we haven't really had a lot. But the thing is, like this semester, I do have live sessions. I think they are they're all between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure how well I'm gonna cope this semester, but hopefully it should be okay. But they do try and make arrangements, but I have to understand that they have a lot of people to teach as well, and like the course modules can't just suddenly take up time for me just because I'm like hours ahead of the. Because there's only two of us here, me and one friend in Singapore. We're only two of us here in Southeast Asia, so it's a little bit problematic, but they have been trying their best.
Wow, that must be tough. What about you, Terry? In Athlone, is it like you haven't been on campus at all, right?
Yeah, I haven't been campus at all, but during the pandemic, one of the lecturer has always been trying to let us to actually experience the uni life, but I'm only able to been to college uni for one time, and it was actually quite amazing because finally after for so long I'm able to see the uni. And because besides AIT also actually has a really small mini stadium and a really big field for footballs and a lot of things, so I think a lot of people that are quite recommended to go there to study. And and I have something to add on regarding about the Alicia, the COVID-19. So basically when I arrived in Ireland, when the shuttle bus arrived, so like 1 hour later when I reached to the Athlone, the first thing I saw, I received SIM cards, blankets, boosters, and everything is already provided from government. Yeah, so it's actually quite convenient in terms of everything, because once you got the SIM card, there are like datas and free phone calls for you to call your parents to tell them you are safe, that you arrived here. So it's something that is really amazing, and it's quite surprisingly good. Yeah.
So it's true then. It's the warmest of welcomes. Yeah. I can't say it in Gaelic. Don't. But it is true. It is the country of warmest of welcomes.
I think like another thing is, since like in September I'm meant to be going to third year, which is clinical. So we've been informed that we've had vaccines reserved for us by the university. So when we go back, we're going to go back 10 days earlier, and we already have priority access to the vaccine, so we don't have to like get it done in our home country. So I think that was like really thoughtful of them.
That's exciting. Yeah, you're right. I've also heard that from some Indonesian students who are studying medicine at Trinity College, and they've been showing it off on Instagram that the HEI is taking very well care of them. So guys, we move on to cultural differences in social life. I know there are a few cultural differences, and social life, obviously, Ireland is well known for its pub culture. Obviously, we've been talking this week, and I've been telling you, every time I travel around Indonesia, the first thing I ask Indonesian students is what you know about Ireland, and the first answer is Guinness. What are your views on that as an international student ambassador? And Terry is smiling there. You want to answer that, Terry?
Yeah, sure. So basically, ever since I arrived here, basically it's keep locking down until there's a time, I think it's on November, the government reduced to level 3 restriction movement. So that's a time where my friend and we went to a bar, but sadly, it was packed, so that we have to buy a pint of beer, and then we have to drink outside. So basically, I drank. I bought from Tesco and tried to different it between in the bar and in Tesco. Two are completely different actually. So the if you drink in the bar is completely so fresh as compared to buying in Tesco, because the tastes are completely different. Yeah, but overall it was simply amazing because I was there for like 5 minutes. I entered to the store and the atmosphere was just so cheerful. Yeah, everyone is just so cheerful and so crowded. And yeah, it was quite good, a good experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Terry is like it's really true because like I think in first year I was really nervous, but honestly people are so open and so well. I feel more welcome there than in my own country, to be honest. Like everybody is so happy to meet you, and they're like, oh my God, it's so cool where you come from, and like it's like you immediately just make friends, and like the pubs and bars, they're really cool. Like there's like live music and people are just dancing and singing, and we had like the jazz festival and all, like in 2019 August. There was a Halloween parade, there was the jazz parade. Like there's always just something going on, and honestly it's like it's the happiest like part of my life so far, I think. And I was really sad having to come back home, so I'm hoping that like the vaccinations and all are successful so I can go back soon.
That's right. Have you guys experienced St. Patrick's Day? Findley, maybe in Dundalk, have you, like, because St. Patrick's Day is the National Day of Ireland, and that's where everyone just, goes on the street and dresses up green. What's it like in Dundalk, Findley? Like, it's obviously a small, is it a town or a city, or what is it?
It's a small town, so I didn't experience a lot. I just saw from my window, from my apartment. Yeah, there are a lot of people in the street, just made some noise, and I don't know what they're cheering for, but yeah, I didn't experience much because I cannot go to Dublin at that time. I don't know why I forgot.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. St. Patrick is a big day in Ireland for sure, but probably the biggest parade would be in Dublin, but most of the, like, I think all the small town cities as well, they all have their own parade as well. So it's just like the national day, and go out different.
So Dan, you have probably experienced 8 St. Patrick's Day by far, right?
Yeah, give or take 8.
Wow.
So all over the places, in different town, different counties, and also different cities as well. So everywhere all have their own kind of unique touch into it. It's really nice to see. And it's a pity since last year. I think in 2020 was the first year in like 100 years or whatever that they actually had to cancel St. Patrick's Day parade. And it was a big shock to everyone. It's like the first time in a long time that they actually have to cancel due to COVID-19. So, but hopefully we will soon be able to celebrate St. Patrick's Day again.
Yeah, it is cancelled out this year as well. It is very sad.
Well, from the look of it, for sure. Hardly imagine they're gonna let people.
I happened to be twice in St. Patrick's Day in Dublin. You need to get up very early to go there because it's very, very packed every single year. So I think the year before it actually cancelled, I happened to be in a small town called Ashburn. It's outside it's a little bit outside Dublin, but they have St. Patrick's Day in there, and then they have all the parades. You can see the Garda police car and the firefighter car and everything. It's just a whole bunch of trucks, and afterwards people would just go into a pub and then celebrate it. And I think that's very, very, very
it's a culture.
Yeah, it's bring people together, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Brings people, yeah.
But well, I suppose
internet connection.
Culture. It's not much of a big it is a big difference because it's Asian and European culture. But like Tania mentioned, like people in here really friendly, that open to everyone who came here. I came here as well when I was the first Vietnamese students ever in Waterford IT. I didn't know anyone, but I never felt left out. I never felt that why am I even here? I'm not belong to the place or something like that. All my Irish friends are really nice and friendly, and of course you have to make an effort as well. You can't you can't just expect people just come and talk to you. You need to make an effort yourself as well. But when you make an effort, people make an effort back to you. So I think it's really
it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing, Dan, that you have a very thick Waterford accent.
Believe him, probably long enough, I suppose.
Like all of you, most of you have a very thick Irish accent from different, from different parts of Ireland, and obviously you can hear my accent is a bit thick as well. Now that's another thing. Like the English accent. I know Ireland is an English-speaking country, but like what was it like? Like Lynn is smiling there. Like in Dublin, obviously the accent is very thick, and then when you go to Cork, it's the very singing accent. And then
different level,
it's also very thick. Like,
Yeah, I also have the same experience. It's always for me, like first time, every time I travel to Ireland, the first moment when after I landed and jump in the taxi, I couldn't hear what the taxi driver say at all, and it took me a while to get understand. You guys have the same experience?
I suppose it's the same like in Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia, that if you live in different cities, you have different accent. So it's it is similar like in Ireland as well, as an English-speaking country. So in every different city, and also a big difference between the city and the countryside as well. Actually, you can even hear the difference within the county itself. So just get used to it eventually. But a lot of people did tell me that it's hard for Irish accent. It's quite hard to understand. Especially when you learn in Asia, you kind of learn, I suppose, American English more. I don't know about in your country, but in Vietnam, a lot of people would learn American English a little bit more than Irish English, I suppose. It's quite hard to get used to, but you will eventually, I'm sure.
Well, I guess like in Malaysian context, even in Singapore, we do have our own English kind of accent. We call it, in Singapore, we call it Singlish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, hello everyone. My name is Alicia. I'm a student in Ireland. Things like that. I wouldn't speak like that if I'm in Dublin, but yeah, but back in home I would just speak like that. Just like so different, because if I speak the way I speak in Dublin and back at home, I don't think people would really understand what I'm trying to say. But I do think that Irish accent is the most sexiest accent ever in terms of speaking English.
It has been voted the sexiest accent,
sexiest language in the world.
The world.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
Especially, Liam Neeson's accent.
Oh God.
He's so well known for his accent, his voice. Yeah. How do you say, smoky voice. Yeah. And it's been interesting. I sort of wanted to touch upon what Alicia mentioned earlier, that you learned about Ireland from Westlife, and I when I started working for Ireland, I also was surprised that this is actually a Westlife country. Because in Vietnam, Westlife is very popular about some time ago, and it is still popular in some group of young people today. But in my time, it's so popular that we all thought that it's a UK band, and until I started working with Ireland, I learned that Westlife is Irish, and many other things that I learned about Ireland. It's so surprising to know, Liam Neeson. I is my favorite actor. He's an Irish also, and also the guy who's played James Bond, something else, very amazing. And so Irish culture is very special and very, very rich and interesting. I think you would all share that view with me. And it's very I'm sure that other students who find studying in Ireland not only a good experience in terms of academic study, but also it will be an experience to enrich their life in the way that you guys have been experiencing. With that, I know that I would like to talk more to all of you, but our time is limited, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank every one of you, our guest speaker, to spend the afternoon and the morning in your Irish time with us today to share with our viewers your study in Ireland experience. I would also like to thank my co-host Miranda for being here for if any of our viewers would like to learn more about Ireland and you don't speak much English and would like to have someone who speak Bahasa or Malay, Miranda is the one you can speak to, or you can also contact Cormac, another my colleague who joined earlier, and also other of our education in Ireland team. Please just leave your message in our inbox or in the comment section. And if this, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is the time that education in Ireland would like to increase the promotion in Southeast Asia. And this is our one of our first efforts is to refresh the education in Ireland, ASEAN, and other social media platforms. We would like very much to hear from all of you. If you have any comment, suggestion, so that we can improve the content and the information provided to you, please just let us know. And last but not least, I would like to thank all our viewers who tuned in today and sent in their question. And those who would like to learn more about Ireland, please tune in and join our education fair. Next Saturday, the 30th of January, please find the information on our fan page or on our Instagram platforms and other social media platforms. You will find the information to the virtual fair together with other information about study in Ireland. So with this, I would like to thank you all again and hope to you that will enjoy the journey with Ireland. And so goodbye, have a very good day, and hope to see you guys all next time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
happy and
Bye-bye.
healthy.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Mai.
Take care.
See you.
Take care.